Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. A top 25 showdown coming up, two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Offense getting set for first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Strength and power, he's up to the 25. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock band. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we faced. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
That's caught. It's Hines. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Handoff from the shotgun. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights.
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida! All Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Got his man.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station and they want to catch passes in this offense. They knows they gives them a chance to play on Sundays, and this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing playing in the league.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. It's on target and complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Texas A&M going quickly. On the jet sweep, racing for the edge and the sticks. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, this really puts your defense in a bind when you got a quarterback with that much speed. It almost cuts the field in half. I got to play jet sweep on this side. You got to play quarterback on the other side and be extremely disciplined.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Give to the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. He's looking to pass. Gets it out quickly. Got room to work. Strong, firm tackle. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. And he was knocked down immediately, short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This would have been about a 45-yard field goal attempt. They'll pass on that and go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Keeps looking downfield. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. First down for this offense. And after a nice gain, the runner just scoots out of bounds. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period.
Get set.
They'll give it to the back. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, they have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4th-quarter game.
They'll try the run. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, dude. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You could tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. And not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle. Gets him on the ground.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Hard-hitting tackle.
It's now 3rd and goal.
It's still 3rd and goal.
3:25.
Looking to throw its best. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. And this one splits the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Tennessee opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
That's reeled in. It's Carter. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
This defense is flying around with bad intentions. How about the stick the defender just laid on the tight end?
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, that's one that well, good coverage.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Here's the handoff. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Complete to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
They had this drive going, but they face a 2nd and 15. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. The 40. At the 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this game.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the running back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Now on the move. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. You couldn't ask for much better field position to start, but now they're looking at a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Best. Trying to get to him. Buys a little time. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. After making one field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. No good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
That keeps the score. Florida 10, Texas A&M 0.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll run it from the gun. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gators will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Looking for a productive play on first down. Gives it to the back on the draw. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And you got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. They made the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse. Time to take a shot. Got it inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
The Gators have it in scoring position on first and goal. Wide out in motion. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gator! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And this offense has really responded after last week. Last week, man, the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road and win. Come back home, you feel confident, you're in your routine, have answered the bell, took charge of this game late, and looking to go 1-0 this week.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He's going to bring it out from deep. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10.
First and 10.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run play action. And he got smacked just as he released a pass. It's incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. You can't wait for this game to be over.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. And that pass picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Fakes to grab. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
They're backed up. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Standing in his own end zone, he'll uncork another one. Trying to escape and get it himself. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a 1st down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. Texas A&M going up tempo. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. On a little time, lets it go.
Just don't feel like the quarterback's in a rhythm so far. He's had accuracy issues. That last throw was underthrown, but we've seen bad decisions. Trying to force the football in places it just shouldn't go, and that's why he's already thrown multiple interceptions.
Got his man quickly. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
On the option. He'll pitch it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, and you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long, they dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's best. Fires to the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It's fourth down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, and they convert. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Fast motion from the offense. On second down, he's looking downfield. Got it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Florida 17, Texas A&M 0.
Okay, ready? Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. 42 spot. He'll take it himself. Touchdown, Florida! And the stomping has commenced. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, I should have ran a better route.
4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to do.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, you can tell this offense is frustrated, giving up another sack, and they're out of sync, out of sorts. They're just not used to this. This trigger man's usually good. This offense is usually good. They've had a day they would love to forget.
They'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. 2nd and long from the 19. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And his first pass is incomplete.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Unloads it left. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run, a pickup of 6.
Well, no mystery on that play call, right? You got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field and bleed this clock, and you got to start thinking about where are your best run-it runs. Which side of this offensive line is the strongest? Which guys defensively do you want to attack so you can take as much time off the clock as possible?
Just plowing ahead. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can...
Touchdown, Gator! And the pummeling has started.
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They could have got down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Let's go! Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
And that's all you want, right? You want that 1st down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Going to the running game. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Intercepted. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? Probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been
And he's running in the open. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Coming to the line, looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 29. He'll run it again. Afterburners. Got enough space. Touchdown, Florida. And the route is on.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this.
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The give to the tailback. Oh, gave the defender the business. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, Dave. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find